Okay, week 1 of 75 Hard is complete, and y'all, I'm exhausted. Physically and mentally, I am absolutely wiped. I knew this was gonna be a big change. I knew that it is as tough as people say that it is. I knew all of that coming into it, but this first week, trying to get in a routine and trying to figure out what workouts worked on what days and trying to make sure that I was eating enough and taking the right supplements and all of that, it was just, it was a lot. I want to give an absolute shout out to any mothers or people that work full time in the office, any people like y'all that have tried 75 Hard, completed 75 Hard, like hats off to you, because I think this would be really, really difficult if I wasn't solely responsible for myself or if my schedule wasn't as flexible as it was working hybrid, essentially remote, except for one day of the week. Like, it would be really tough to have to go into the office every day and wake up and do a workout before and go to workout after. It would be really, really tough to have kids and have to like pick them up from school and get them ready for school and run around all day and make sure that you get your workouts in and make sure that you get your reading done and make sure that you're eating the right things. Like, it would be a lot. So like, hats off and major applause to any of y'all that have managed to do this, because I see you. It's not easy. It's a lot. I think one of my biggest focuses for this week was getting a morning routine down, because I know that with a schedule like this, my morning routine was going to be essential. I think one of the most exhausting things about this was that I felt like I was on level 100 from the moment I woke up until the moment I went to sleep. And I knew that part of kind of mitigating that feeling was getting a morning routine down that felt cohesive and didn't feel rushed. And it definitely took me a few days to get that under my belt. If you watched my shorts on YouTube or TikTok this week, I am making videos every day that kind of document my 75 Hard journey. So be sure to check those out if you haven't already. But if you've been watching those, then you saw on the first, I think it took like 3 days for waking up at 5:30 in the morning to not feel like hell on earth. I mean, I was so tired in the mornings, and it just took everything in me to get my feet on the floor. That's one lesson I've learned, is to just get my feet on the floor. If I can get my feet on the floor and my body out of my bed, I'm good. I can get moving, I can get shaken, I will wake up. But it took me a couple days. I can say that I really do like, so far, I really like the working out in the morning. I like getting up and getting it done and feeling like I've had a productive morning, but it definitely took me a minute to get there. Also took me a minute to figure out the food situation in the morning, so I quickly realized on day 1 of this that I cannot work out in the morning without eating. Like, I felt physically ill in that workout. I thought I was gonna pass out. I was seeing spots. Like, it was not cool. So quickly learned that I absolutely have to eat before I go work out. And I toyed around with a couple things, trying to figure out if I, want to eat food or if I just want to do a protein shake. And I think I've come to the conclusion that I did chia pudding this week, but next week it's going to be overnight oats. Eating that before my first workout gets me through the workout and gets me through kind of just ready till breakfast time. So I think I like my morning routine there. I tried out the protein shake before, but I think I want to save that for before I lift, so a little later in the afternoon, and that's kind of like my afternoon snack before I go and do my second workout is my protein shake. So I toyed around with a couple different morning routine flows. Again, you can watch those on my shorts on YouTube or TikTok. You'll kind of see my change in the process throughout the week. But yeah, getting a morning routine down that felt good, that felt comfortable, that didn't feel rushed was like priority number 1 for me this week, because I feel like if I could get that down early, then I just needed to get in a rhythm. I needed to get in a flow. I also really learned super quickly how important meal prepping is. I actually don't know how you would do 75 hard without meal prepping. You're already doing a workout in the morning. You're having to do, I mean, I assume most people when they do this are doing a workout in the morning and a workout in the evening, but either way, you're already having to do 2 workouts a day. Like, it's just a lot of time in your day, and the last thing that I want to be worried about all day long is what I'm gonna make for lunch or dinner or breakfast. Like, I don't wanna have to think about that. I already have to think about the workouts, I already have to think about the reading, I already have to think about my day-to-day life, which doesn't stop just because I'm doing this. So there's already enough going on. I genuinely, like, no. I also would have been way too tired to come home and cook dinner. That would have just not happened. I also personally don't like to cook. So I would have ended up just eating something trash and junk and not nutritious at dinner because I would have just been exhausted. And so meal prepping is absolutely essential. And meal prepping the right foods is absolutely essential. I need nutrient dense foods. Like, I'm doing some intense working out. I'm burning a lot of calories. I'm also really trying to put on muscle during these 75 days. So protein heavy, carb loading, making sure I'm getting all the right things in my meals is super important to me. And just making sure, I was really lucky. I had enough food for the whole week, which worked out beautifully. But yeah, meal prepping 100% essential. If you're doing 75 hard, like, cannot stress that enough. Make sure you're prepping and prepping good. And yeah, it will make your life so much easier. Okay, I know that we have to do 2 workouts a day when we do 75 hard. And during the week, my workouts are pretty intense, both of them. The workouts, whether it be yoga or sculpt in the morning and lifting or climbing in the afternoon, like, both of those workouts, my body is getting pushed to the limit for 5 days straight. I cannot stress enough how quickly I learned the importance of rest workouts doing this. So my weekends, I need to take a lot more serious moving forward on the rest workouts. So whether it be a long walk or, well, that's pretty much what I do for a rest workout, but something really chill that I'm still getting my body moving and getting outside and things like that, but that I'm not really overdoing it because my body has got to recover. And it's a little fear of mine that if I go too hard for 75 days, I'm not gonna get the muscle gain that I want because my body's not recovering. So super important to take those recovery workouts seriously. I didn't take them as seriously as I should in week 1, and I'm feeling it. Like, my body is really sore and feels sore, like, not necessarily like a normal sore, like kind of a painful sore, but not like, I don't know how to explain it, kind of like a sharp, painful sore. And I know what that means. That means my body's not recovering. And so I need to take these recovery workouts really serious in week 2 and make sure that I'm just listening to my body. Even if it's a Wednesday or a Thursday and my body is telling me I can't get out of bed right now, or like I'm hurting, is a little sharper than it should be. Like, I need to rest. Like, I need to listen to my body. So these rest workouts, even though you're still moving your body, you're still getting outside, you're still checking off the box for 75 hard, I think that they're really important. So I'm gonna make sure in week 2 to really listen to my body and take those just as seriously as I take the more difficult workouts that I do during the week, so that it can give my body what it needs and it can build the muscle the way that I want it to build it. Last but not least, y'all, I am just tired. I'm tired physically, emotionally, mentally. I am wiped. And I think a big part of this, other than just like massive routine changes and the waking up early and the going to bed early and the all of that, like, my week looked very different this week than it normally does, but I've tried to film far too much this week, and it was constantly on my mind what shot I was getting, what I was gonna do here and how it was gonna look there. And I need to just I need to tone that back a little bit. It's like not that serious, and have fun with making my little shorts and documenting each day. But like I need to chill out on this and really focus on what matters, which is the program that I'm doing and completing 75 hard and enjoying it along the way. I need to focus on that this week. So I'm making that a major focus in week 2. So little lessons learned here and there. I think the first couple weeks are gonna be difficult. I think the first couple weeks are gonna be more physically exhausting than anything else, as my body really starts to get into a rhythm and figure out what I'm doing and not being so shocked by the sheer amount of physical activity that I'm doing. I haven't worked out like this since I played sports and did 2-a-days during the summer. I genuinely haven't gone this hard, yeah, in a while. So I'm gonna give my body some grace. I'm gonna give myself some grace. We're gonna inhale and exhale week 1. Bring in week 2. I'm excited for week 2. I think it's gonna be a lot better. I think I have a clear idea of what I'm doing. I think I have a little bit more structure to my week, which I think is gonna make it a lot better. I'm excited for week 2. I think it's gonna be better, and please be sure to keep up throughout week 2, whether it be on YouTube or TikTok. I am posting, documenting each day on there, making little shorts. So be sure to check those out, and I'll see you back next time.